This Ballooncast episode is being taken from the book The Power of Moments by Chip and Dan Heath. The title is Break the Script, Levels, Intermediate Up. Chris Hearn's son would not go to sleep. It was the boy's first night home from a vacation in Amelia Island, Florida, and he had accidentally left behind Joshie, his beloved stuffed giraffe. There was no sleeping without Joshie, yet Joshie was in Florida, so Hearn was left with a predicament. In the long tradition of parents desperate to get their kids to sleep, Hearn assessed his options and concluded that he'd better start lying. Joshie is fine, he told his son. He's just taking an extra long vacation at the resort. His son seemed to buy it, eventually drifting off to sleep. Later that night, to Hearn's great relief, a Ritz-Carlton staffer called to report that Joshie had been found. Hearn asked the staffer a favor. He explained what he told his son and asked if someone at the Ritz could take a picture of Joshie on a lounge chair by the pool to show he'd been vacationing. A few days later, Joshie arrived, along with a binder full of pictures. One showed Joshie lounging by the pool. Another showed Joshie driving a golf cart. Others captured him hanging with the hotel parrot, getting a massage in the spa, with cucumber slices covering his eyes, and even monitoring the security cameras in the control room. Hearn and his wife were delighted, and their son was ecstatic. Hearn wrote a blog post about the experience, which went viral. Why did everyone love the story of Joshie? Because it shattered our expectations. What do we expect to happen when a boy loses a stuffed animal on vacation? For it to be returned, maybe, if he's lucky. And if so, it'd probably be crumpled inside a box to reduce postage. Instead, someone at the Ritz spent a few hours zipping around the resort with the stuffed giraffe, snapping absurd pics. Somebody got some cucumber slices for his eyes, so they could please some guests who had already checked out and gone home. It was a strange and magical thing to do. The staff at the Ritz broke the script. The term script, used this day, dates back to some research from the 1970s. It refers to our expectations of a stereotypical experience. As an example, the restaurant script runs something like this. We walk in the door, someone greets us, shows us to a table, and hands us menus. Then someone else brings over glasses of water. Our waiter stops by to take drink orders, and so on. That's the way restaurants work. The psychologists Roger Schenck and Robert Abelson used the concept of a script to explain how our brains store and access knowledge. For instance, consider this simple scenario. John ordered a hamburger. It came out cold. He left a small tip. The scenario is easy to visualize, which is odd, because it never mentions a waiter or a plate or a table or even a restaurant. Our underlying restaurant script supplies all the missing details. Now, consider a different scenario. Harriet went to Jack's birthday party. The cake tasted awful. Harriet left Jack's mother a very small tip. Wait, what? We have a clear birthday party script. Parents giving gifts, friends eating cake, kids learning to bludgeon animals until candy comes out. But we never tip Jack's mother, ever. The story breaks the script. Creating moments of elevation involves boosting sensory pleasures and raising the stakes. Breaking the script, which is defying people's expectations of how an experience will unfold, is another method. Isn't breaking the script just surprise by a different name? Yes, surprise is what makes the moment memorable. But the takeaway isn't quite as simple as, surprise, people! Surprise is cheap and easy. Breaking the script isn't just surprise, it's a strategic surprise. The Ritz-Carlton created the Joshie photo album because it wants to be known for its extraordinary service. It wasn't simply a random act of kindness. The other difference between breaking the script and generic surprise is that the former forces us to think about the script. Our lives are filled with scripts. The scripts for how your family spends Sundays, the script for your team staff meetings, the script for a hotel check-in. To break the script, we first got to understand the script. The script of eating at McDonald's is so familiar that it's a source of comfort. It's nice to know that anywhere in the world, you'll understand exactly what to expect. But here is the problem. Familiarity and memorability are often at odds. Who cherishes the memory of the last time they ate at McDonald's? If you're looking to create memorable moments for your family, friends, or for your customers, you've got to break the script. A study of hotel reviews on TripAdvisor found that when guests reported experiencing a delightful surprise, an astonishing 94% of them expressed an unconditional willingness to recommend the hotel, compared with only 60% of guests who were very satisfied. And very satisfied is a high bar. Surprise matters. But how can you possibly replicate delightful surprises? Imagine, for instance, that a coffee shop owner decided to give away free biscotti every Friday. On the first Friday of the giveaway, it would be a delightful surprise. But by the fourth Friday, the free biscotti would be an expectation. If the offer were ever discontinued, it's easy to imagine customers, ungrateful wretches, actually complaining about it. So how do you break the script consistently enough that it matters, but not so consistently that customers adapt to it? One solution is to introduce a bit of randomness. At the cafe chain Pret a Manger, for example, regular customers noticed that every now and then they'd be given something for free with their order. One service expert wrote of getting free coffee. It has happened a few times over the last few years, too often for it to be a coincidence, yet so infrequent that it is unexpected. This makes me feel valued as a customer, puts a smile on my face, and encourages me to visit again. Now, think of situations, occasions, and places when and where you were surprised as a customer, a client, or even better, when the scripts were broken. Discuss the situations with your teacher in class and describe them with as many details as possible. What made them memorable to you? What were the surprise elements? And the ones where the scripts were broken, what elements caused the breaking of the script?